Hello, hello, how is everybody? Hello, Preeti and Culver. I haven't seen you for a while. Hello, old dirty ninja. How are you? Hello, Preeti and Culver. I haven't seen you for a while. Hello, old I guess I have the video ninja. On. How are you? Sorry about that. Okay, so how has everybody been? Is this music too loud? Hello, Erica. And let's get some messages from Spirit. Excuse me. Preeti, let's get you a message. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Preeti? What message do you have for Preeti? And Preeti, we have, the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. So we are coming to some completion in love, some fulfillment. You deserve and can cultivate your happy ending. All you need to do is believe. And is this background music too loud? Let me turn it down a little bit. But let me show you that again, Preeti. Ten of Cups. It's a beautiful card. Fulfillment, completion, and love. And Kalvir, how have you been? Hello, Exina. Let me get you a message, Kalvir. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Kalvir? What message do you have for Kalvir? What message do you have for Kalvir? In Kalvir, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So we are seeing some progress in your businesses, your finances, whatever your business goals are. I remember that you were looking for a good job. And let me know, thank you, Like in Theory After Dark. Hello, Chelsea. Kalvir, have you started a new business? Weren't you going to start a job with a relative, maybe a sister or something? Nine of Pentacles. Don't forget to make time for yourself and allow yourself to enjoy the finer things in life. But it's also speaking about moving forward in that area of business. An old dirty ninja, let me get you a message. Yes, Erica, I will have a message for you shortly. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for old dirty ninja? What message do you have for old dirty ninja? An old dirty ninja, we have the Knight of Cups. So we see some movement, some action in the area of relationships. Doesn't have to be romantic. Always follow your heart. It will never lead you astray because it knows things that your mind can't explain. Hello, Lisa. Lisa, how are you? The Knight of Cups. And there's those angels right down there at the heart chakra. Jason, how are you? Did you speak with Elise, or is it still a no-go? I'm drinking my matcha tea. Okay. Hello, Shaban. Awesome, Lisa. Okay. Oh my God, it's Chelsea. It sounds like it could be a TV series, doesn't it? Oh my God, it's Chelsea. Hello, Angela. Okay, let's see. What message do we have from Spirit? What does Spirit want Chelsea to know? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Chelsea to know today? What do you want Chelsea to know? Thank you, Spirit. Oh, Chandra, I haven't seen you for ages. Ooh, Chelsea, Two of Cups. So not only do we see some harmony in relationships, we do also see some choices. Open yourself up to the possibility of love. Set the intention to attract the person who makes you feel whole and in perfect balance. So, Chelsea, if you're single, this would be, speaking to you to set that intention. If you're in a relationship, there may be some choices that you need to make to bring things back into balance. Hello, Kimon. How are you? Yes, Chandra. I don't usually come on. What time is it in India right now? And Erica, let me get you a message. Why am I online at this hour? Okay, let's see. What do we have for Erica? Oh, it's noon in India. Okay, awesome. 12:22. That's one of my favorite numbers. I love 222. 333 is my main number though. When I first had like a major spiritual awakening, I started waking up every night at 3:33. No matter what time I went to sleep, I'd wake up, look at the clock, and it would be 3:33. And then everything in my life kind of had a big change. Okay, Erica, let's see. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Erica? What do you want Erica to know? What do you want Erica to know today? Thank you, Spirit. Powerball was 222 million. Oh, I didn't even know that. Erica, we have the Six of Wands, and that six is speaking about perseverance, pushing forward no matter what stands in your way. Your number is 444. The twos and the threes, yeah. That's like a very common thing with spirit. Our angel numbers. Six of Wands. It's okay to bask in the glory you have received for a job well done and to enjoy your success. But additionally, Erica, it does speak about perseverance, not giving up. Those wands speak about spirit. Oh, you see four ones? Interesting. Hello, Swati. Let's see. I'm trying to go in order, but am getting, let me see, Erica, Chelsea, Lichen Theory After Dark, Samya. Samya? I'll try Samya. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Samya. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Samya? What message do you have for Samya? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Samya? In Samya, we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands. And that does speak about taking some time to rest, to heal. Four of Wands. Take some time to celebrate your stability, joy, and happiness with friends and family. It's not worth doing if you can't enjoy it. Your favorite number is 1048. What is 1048? Pretty correct. Not all the way. Okay, Jason. Let me get you a message from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Jason? What message do you have for Jason today? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Jason? What message do you have for Jason? And Jason, we have the Fool, Major Arcana, the Fool. That's all about new beginnings. The Fool teaches us to look upon the world with the wide-eyed innocence and open heart of a child. Be positive and welcome the adventure before you. Just do it. And like in theory, let's see, will you ever find love? Let's get you your message from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for like in theory? What message do you have for like in theory? And like in theory, we have, oh, interesting, Jason. Like in theory, we have major arcana. We have judgment. Judgment. So, like in theory, we're having some rebirth and awakening, seeing things from a different perspective. The Judgment card, more than any other, urges us to free ourselves from what is holding us back and embrace our true calling. It is time to be reborn, to shed the skin of our old lives and live according to a higher truth. Yes, Sylvia, of course you may make a donation. We'll do 10 minutes. Absolutely. And Chandrea will do your message before I go to the donation with Sylvia. And thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Chandra? What message do you have for Chandra? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Chandra? What message do you have for Chandra? And Chandra, we have the Empress. The Empress. Just pulled 3 major arcana cards in a row. The lesson in the Empress is to nurture your creative gifts and talents. Share your gifts with the world and create all that you desire in your life. And hi, Shri. Questions are on a donation basis. Yeah, judgment can refer to other things. It can also refer to court, a legal judgment. Yes, I'm still waiting for the donation to come through so I can give you a message, Kimon. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Kimon? What message do you have for Kimon? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Kimon? Oh, shame on you, like in theory. But there's always forgiveness. And Kimon, we have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. And that speaks about patience and a warm, loving, generous spirit, compassionate. Oh, you're welcome, Chandra. God bless you. Queen of Cups, always follow your heart. It will never lead you astray because it knows things your mind can't explain. Queen of Cups. Such a pretty card. Okay, Sylvia, your donation came through. Thank you. And let me get you your free message from Spirit. Oh, I don't see you in there. Where are you, Sylvia? You're welcome, Kimon. There you are, Sylvia. Okay, so let's get you your message, and then we will do your unlimited questions. And thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Sylvia today? What do you want Sylvia to know? What do you want Sylvia to know? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Sylvia to know? And Sylvia, we have, King of Swords. And that does speak about mastery and learning and expertise in an area. When faced with a difficult situation, be impartial and carefully evaluate all your options with a rational mind. And you may be in a situation where you find going to an expert is what's needed, getting expert advice on a situation. So let me put up the donations list. And welcome, Monica. Right now I'm on a unlimited questions in 10 minutes donation. So I will be getting back to the free messages from Spirit shortly. And Sylvia, I'm going to clear and charge these cards, get them ready. And does the background music sound too loud? And remember, Sylvia, to type in your questions as quickly as you can. Okay, great. Thank you, Sylvia. I'm going to get 520 hertz. Okay, so there you go. Oh. Do you have any idea why your channel was terminated, Sylvia? And that was here on YouTube? Yeah, YouTube has a pretty bad reputation for things like that. Sorry about that. Oh, I hope that works well. Okay. Okay. Are you ready? Type in your first question and then I will set the timer. Oh. Yeah, I had something on private that they removed, and there was like no reason for them to remove it. So they're up to something with YouTube, you know. Yeah. I'm not really a fan of YouTube's rules. But then I mean, I guess it's hard, if you remember when YouTube first started, um there was controversy over if you could even watch music videos on YouTube if it was legal. I mean, YouTube has come a long way. Echo, set a timer for 10 minutes. 10 minutes, starting now. Okay, so let's check that out. Thank you, Spirit. Will Sylvia recover her channel? Will Sylvia recover her channel? What does Sylvia need to know about recovering her channel? What does she need to know about recovering her channel? Okay, King of Cups. And that does speak about Andrew being the expert, the king in this situation. Knight of Cups, we're looking at some quick action, either yes or no. Well, Four of Cups, even though they're taking quick action, you're still going to be waiting a bit. But then we have the Lovers, so that it does look to me like you will get it back. They're going to look at it quickly, but then it's going to take a little while for it to come back. And then it will come back. So I would say that they're probably reviewing it now, but within 2 weeks, it looks like you should have it back. That's how it looks to me. So let me know if that interpretation was correct or not. I do feel it is correct with that Lovers that showed up. Okay, what's your next question, Sylvia? Okay. A spiritual reason it was removed. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit. Why was that removed? What was the reason behind that channel being removed? You mean the channel being removed or that video with the nudity? Just the channel, correct? Or do you mean like an attack? Like a spiritual attack? Thank you, Spirit. Why was her channel removed? Why was her channel removed? Why was Sylvia's channel removed? Okay. Three of Pentacles shows you working on the channel. Does somebody else work on the channel with you? Or is it just your channel? Seven of Cups and why it was removed. No, there is no outside influence of why it was removed. It's just YouTube. Just YouTube. But do you work on that channel with somebody else? Because there's a lot of partnership cards that showed up. It's just you. Yeah, so then that would be, if it's not somebody else, that can represent spirit. That partnership could even be your higher self. But the spiritual aspect of it, there was nothing wrong there. It was all very harmonious. What's your next question? You teach a lot of people. Okay. Yeah, there were a lot of people involved in that answer. And I also drew the Queen of Cups for you, showing that you have a lot of patience. Month of April and May. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. What is coming up for Sylvia for the month of April? What is coming up for the month of April? Okay. April, we have Six of Swords in the past, Eight of Wands in the present, and Temperance in the future. So we do see overcoming some obstacles. Um, Patience, and yeah, you're very patient. Yeah, we do see this patience that you do have some obstacles. Yeah, general. Even though we're looking at other areas, I do feel this obstacle is again the YouTube channel. Is this business more than a hobby? But I do feel that that's the obstacle. There's also some areas where you have to be cautious and bring some things into balance. Four of Wands and Knight of Cups. Are you in a relationship, Sylvia? It does look like either you're in a relationship or you've been dating somebody that it might be picking up, a friend that might be turning. Well, now we have some more obstacles in the love area for you and some choices. Yeah, is there a relationship? You're in a relationship. Okay, so are you feeling like maybe you're outgrowing this relationship? Okay, you want to end it. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You have some choices to make with this relationship. And let me look in the future. King of Cups. And um there's nobody that you actually work with. Hmm. Is there maybe there's a relationship between somebody that you're teaching, somebody associated with your business? I do feel like there is another man coming in and it's somehow connected to this business of yours. So I'm not going to say, whether or not you should. You're supposed to be leaving in May. Okay, yeah, because there's a man coming up in the future, and I do feel that this man is somehow connected to your business. But you don't work. There's a guy who likes you. Okay. And did you meet him through your YouTube channel? Because somehow this man is connected to what you're doing with YouTube. And what did ask me something specifically about what you want to know for May? Because this general reading. Okay, so the guy that's interested in you, that likes you, is helping you with your YouTube channel, suggesting things. Yeah, because he's coming up as the King of Cups for you. You met him through a game you play on YouTube. Okay. But what is the stuff he's helping you with and suggesting, is that related to YouTube or something different? But we can do a specific love reading on him because we do have a King of Cups coming in the future, and we should narrow down if it is him. Okay, it is something different. So we should narrow that down for you. But yeah, the relationship you're in now, that's pretty much. So are you saying in May it's definitely over? Because that came up that you have a choice to make in this relationship. Oh, look at the wonderful advice Monica gave you. Like in theory. Okay, Sylvia, oh, that's what I wanted to narrow down because you wanted the general for April and the general for May, but so you're leaving your partner in May, okay, because the lease ends and you're starting a new job. Okay, yeah, see, we're going to have to do another reading about this relationship because I feel the relationship is connected to work. I thought work was YouTube, but if you're starting a new job in May, then this new man could be connected to that. You have this one who likes you now, so we definitely need to do love because it's either him, it's either him or somebody you meet when you start a new job, or it could be both. It could be that there's two. So I'd like to look a little bit more into the love, but definitely for April is what we did. And for April, we're seeing this choice that you have to make in the relationship you're doing right now. So, what question do you want to do for May? Because there's a lot of energy. Like, May's going to be a very busy month for you. No doubt about it. May's going to be busy in moving, in business, in getting settled, and making new relationships. Do I see you getting out and back home with your parents without any problems? Okay, let's see. Thank you. Will Sylvia be able to move back home? Echo, stop the timer. Will Sylvia be able to make it back home in May? Will she be able to have a smooth transition? Is there anything she needs to know about that move in May? Is there any problems that will arise? What does she need to know about moving back home in May? Okay. Page of Wands, new beginnings. So we definitely see you moving in May. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. This looks like it's going to be very smooth to me. Let's see the very next card. Yeah, Knight of Wands. I don't see any problems here. Oh, and Ace of Pentacles. So exactly what you're planning. We're seeing the move, we're seeing the action, and we're seeing the new job, the new business, Ace of Pentacles for you. So this looks very good. Hello, Robert. How are you? Thank you for being here. And Sylvia, you can ask another question. Hello, Jenny's Books and Vlogs. Welcome. Yeah, Sylvia, this all looks very good. Very, very good. It does. This is a lot of matcha tea. Oh, I'm doing well, Robert. Thank you. Did you want to ask one more question, Sylvia? Oh. I'm laughing because I'm yawning. What should your next move in your career, since your YouTube is gone right now? Oh, thank you, T Rod. Okay, let's see. Hello, Tamara. How are you? Oh, Bam Bam. How are you? You do a lot of freelance work right now, and YouTube was your marketing tool. Hmm. And you know what, T? You know what, Sylvia? That's why I'm always making so many backup YouTube channels. It's just YouTube. And it's not just YouTube, it's Google. Google will just, in an instant, shut down somebody's business, shut down their livelihood, for really mundane things. You recently started creating, yeah, I would make a backup for sure. Um, 3D content for the game Sims, and it's going okay right now, but she was really going to use YouTube to make that grow. Yeah, make multiple channels because YouTube can't flag you for putting the same video on multiple channels. And like right now, I'm doing that with two channels. I always have my videos on two. And eventually, I'm going to upgrade my StreamYard so I can put like one video on like five YouTube channels because you just can't trust it. And a lot of times, it shuts it down and you lose your videos, you know? But the best thing about YouTube is like you can upload a very large video and you really have free storage for that video. Like we can't really keep these like 6 to 10 gigabyte videos, you know. I mean, you can, but it's like on a lot of discs or drives and things. So YouTube has a lot of advantages, but then in one fell swoop, your stuff is gone. Exactly. Okay, so let me see what your question is again. It was something about what do I see for your business? What was it? What should your next move in your career be since your YouTube career is wrong? I'm not really sure what you mean by that question. What should your next move in your business be? I feel that's very vague. If the question is too vague, I'm going to pull the moon or the high priestess because those are like mysterious paths. I feel that's vague. Let me just see what comes up. What is Sylvia's next move in her business? What is Sylvia's next move in her business? Thank you, Spirit. What is Sylvia's next move in her business? Okay. Two of Wands. The next move, it is going on a new path, some choices. Seven of Swords. Okay, and this is really speaking about taking your experience and kind of like, I feel like it's like taking your experience and walking away, if that makes sense. I'm not sure. Taking your experience and walking away, you have a path, but we have victory here and a claim. So I'm still not sure what the question is. Okay, but I can tell you this. I can tell you this with the Wheel of Fortune here. I think you just have to ride it out, and it's going to work in your favor without you really doing anything. But there's something to do with your experience. Maybe this resonates with you because you understand the intent of your question. What's with all this doggy daycare stuff? But the most important part of that question is that we're looking at the Wheel of Fortune. So things are just going to keep moving. But T Rod, how are you? So thank you so much, Sylvia. It was my pleasure to read for you tonight. And T Rod, are you here? I'm going to get you your free message from Spirit. Take everything you've learned and use it to keep pushing somehow. Yeah, well, that's what it was with that Seven of Swords. It's talking about your experience and then like walking in a different direction or something. So if that makes sense to you, then that would definitely sound like the right interpretation to me. But that Wheel of Fortune is just letting you know that it's all going to really work out for you. I think you're getting your channel back, so. Hi, Monica. Well, I'm on a donation right now. I'm waiting for T Rod. There she is. Okay. A younger male coworker. Okay, so T Rod, first we will see what Spirit wants you to know. And Monica, I know you're on Facebook. I'm on two YouTube channels in addition to Facebook. Awesome. Thank you, Sylvia, because I definitely want to hear. I want to hear how it turns out. And right now I'm on T-Rod on YouTube. Okay. And right now we're going to get you your free message from Spirit. And thank you, Spirit. What do you want T-Rod to know? What message do you have for T-Rod? What do you want T-Rod to know? What do you want T-Rod to know? Okay. And we have 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. So we do have something coming to completion. We have some transformation and some change. Share the burden, lighten your load, and learn to delegate. You don't need to do it all alone. But we are seeing some changes here. Current love interest, younger male coworkers' feelings towards you. Okay, let's check that out. Can you give me the first initial of his name? If you don't want to give me his name. Is there a limit on how many people you can block on YouTube? I don't know if that's true, but I heard something about that. T-Rod, did you give me an initial? P. Okay, there we go. Your connection is slow? Okay. Thank you, Spirit. What are P's feelings for T-Rod? What are P's feelings for T-Rod? What are P's feelings for T-Rod? Okay, and we have Temperance. So in the past, we're looking at the need for balance and caution. The present, Three of Cups. So we're seeing some celebration here, some joy, and even thinking a little bit differently about you. Oh, Queen of Cups. So he does see you as somebody who's beautiful, patient, kind, gentle. These are the types of characteristics that we do want him to experience when he sees you. So do you already feel an attraction with P on his end? Because in the future we're looking at some action in this area. Knight of Cups. This looks very, very positive. But in the long run, we're not really sure how this is going to turn out because we have the High Priestess here. So there is some mystery involved, but there's definitely an attraction. Oh, thank you, John. So sweet. But T, has he already given you some hints that he's interested, because there's definitely an attraction here. Yeah, and that could be why we're getting this high priestess at the end, because even though he has this attraction, it's really still a mystery. We need to see if he is going to, act on it. You've had interaction a lot, okay? I think, I think there is a good chance that he might. Okay, yeah, that's true, John. Yeah, I think you're looking at a potential relationship here. But again, with that high priestess, not only is it saying that it's unknown what'll happen, it's also telling you to trust your gut and trust your intuition in this situation. And you're doing that. So I think, you have a very good shot at, you go on that date, and I think you got a good shot that that connection continues to grow stronger. I'm over here putting my cards down because I shuffle this way. I have some mobility issues due to my HEDS, hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. It's a mouthful, but this is why I shuffle, because I do have some mobility issues. And the star was flipped over, and the star represents a long-term relationship. When the star pulls up in a relationship reading, it means that that relationship can last the distance. So I am actually going to include that in your reading, because that's, like a jumper to me. And jumpers are when you're shuffling and one card just like pops out of the deck. Well, for me, the way I shuffle, I take them and throw them all down in piles, and my jumpers usually are just a card that's flipped over. So you're welcome, T-Rod. I think this looks very, very good. Okay, let me clear some energy here and set some intentions. Okay, and if anybody made a donation, please let me know. Hello, Lila. Hmm, okay. Well, the free messages are a message from Spirit. The mediumship is that I don't limit spirit people when they want to come through. And what that means is my mediumship readings are $30. But if somebody comes in the chat and their spirit people start coming in, I'm not going to say, I'm shutting down this mediumship reading because you're not giving me $30. But I don't set the intention to give free mediumship readings because mediumship readings are very, very draining. But sometimes what will happen is I may be doing somebody's tarot. I may be doing a message from spirit, and then all of a sudden, a spirit person comes in, and I will say something like, "Does anybody connect to a Peter?" Because like right now, I do feel a Peter is coming through, and if you do connect to Peter, and then I get some evidence for you, then I will start a mediumship document. But I don't tend to just set the intention to give free mediumships because it's very draining. But then, like I said, if your person comes through, if there's connection, I'm not going to be like, well, I'm going to stop doing this connection here, you know, unless you give me $30. I don't do that. But usually what happens is I will make that connection for free, and then somebody will, whether they have it today or they get it another time, they want to do that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's beautiful. Alasia. That's a pretty name. Alasia. Now, like in theory, I don't know if you're telling the truth. Is this Peter in spirit? Because I do have a Peter in spirit coming through. And this one isn't somebody in spirit talking about a Peter. But now, who was here that wanted? Yes, Sarah, I will get you a free message from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Sarah? What message do you have for Sarah? What do you want Sarah to know? And Sarah, it's right here. And we have the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. So we are looking at coming to a fulfillment in relationships. And whether this is, setting the intention for that fulfillment or being in that relationship now and working towards that fulfillment. You deserve and can cultivate your happy ending. All you need to do is believe. And that is your message, Sarah. Just believe. And John, I will get you a message from Spirit. And Robert, I'll get you one too. And thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for John? What message do you have for John today? What message do you have for John? And John, we have the Queen of Cups. That is speaking about patience. The characteristics of the Queen. Hello, Angela. Always follow your heart. It will never lead you astray because it knows things your mind can't explain. So even right now, oh, you're welcome, Sarah. Hello, baby girl. So even right now, John, as you're saying, make me believe, make me believe. This message is for you to follow your heart. And I do believe that that's speaking about your spiritual awakening to follow your own intuition. Hello, Papu. How are you? And Robert, let me get you your message. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Robert today? What do you want Robert to know? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Robert to know? What do you want Robert to know? Spirit, what do you want Robert to know? And Robert, we have the Three of Swords. Many people do view this as lost love. In traditional tarot, it's a heart that's been pierced with three swords in it. Many people view it as heartbreak. But it also can speak about viewing a situation with a new perspective, viewing a situation and coming up with creative ideas to solve that situation in relationships. So if you are single, you may need to avoid heartbreak by coming up with some out of the box solutions or ideas or strategies. If you're single, you may be feeling that you're spending too much time looking at past love that you've lost, and not focusing too much on the positive of the future. And you might need some to change your perspective, shift your viewpoint. Angela, I will get you a message. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Angela today? And Angela, how are things with Sarah? Okay, awesome, Robert. Awesome. And thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Angela? 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 Oh, Jenny. Yes, it's on Cash App or PayPal. There's a pinned message at the top. Angela, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Coins, Seven of Pentacles. And this is speaking to you about looking at your life and deciding which direction you want to go. And I know that that's very good for you and Sarah. So you must be at a crossroads. The seven also speaks about experience and using that experience to choose which direction you want to go in. Sometimes you need to have a little patience and take a moment to reflect before you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. Okay, let's see. Scorpio stuck. Who do you choose? Sagittarius or Capricorn? Now remember, all questions are done on a donation basis. Hello, Jennifer. How are you? And thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Jennifer? What do you want Jennifer to know today? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Jennifer? What message do you have for Jennifer? Yeah, definitely, Angela. And Jennifer, we have justice. And that is confirmation for you that you are following your right path. on the right path. The lesson in the Justice card is that we reap what we sow. It reminds us that ultimately we are all answerable to the universal law of cause and effect and urges us to take responsibility for our actions, do the right thing, and be balanced, open-minded, and fair in all situations. But Jennifer, you are on the right path. The Justice card speaks about living your authentic life. Pepe, you're having an operation on Tuesday. I send you some healing energy for your operation. And Pepe, you want to stand in faith and believe that you will survive your operation. And clear your chakras. Do some grounding meditation so you're not in fear. Just let that peace come over you. Why are we talking about John Ritter? I love John Ritter. We should channel John Ritter. That would be awesome. I was actually watching his show 8.5 Rules, and at the time with my ex-husband, it was unbelievable. My oldest two daughters were just like the two daughters on that show, because I have two daughters and then a son, you know, in that order. And then my youngest son was just like the young boy in that show. So that was a show that we all loved and watched. Oh, Papu Das. But when he passed, it was very devastating. And then David Spade came on the show, and it just was not the same. It was very sad when he passed. And it was kind of hard on my kids, too, because it was like one of our family shows. Okay, Papu Das. Let me get you a message. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Papu Das? What message do you have for Papu Das? What message do you have for Papu Das? And we have the Sun, Major Arcana card, the Sun. So there may be a situation in your life, Papu, where you're being called to bring some nurturing energy, some healing, some growth. But the Sun is a very positive card. Whatever the situation is you're thinking about or meditating about. The Sun card teaches us to find the joy in all situations and reminds us of our own personal power. It encourages us to confidently shine our inner light and to manifest our desires as conscious creators. The Sun. But again, like I was saying, there may be some situations in your life where you're being called upon to bring nurturing, healing energy. You've been feeling uncomfortable these days. Yeah, and that Sun is saying that you need to shine that light, that healing light that causes growth on yourself. And if you have been dealing with anxiety and depression, if that's the type of uncomfortable, that you're dealing with, then the solution is to move towards that beautiful light of the Sun. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Papu. Let me send you a healing five too. And Papu, set your intentions to, right, you're trying to be optimistic. Set your intentions, to create the life that you want, that you deserve. And Monica, yes, I will get you a message from Spirit. I've been waiting patiently. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Monica? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Monica? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Monica? What message do you have for Monica? And Monica, we have the Ace of Swords. So we do have some new beginnings here. And these could be beginnings in any area where you're being called upon to really focus your energy. It could be work related or learning, but let's see. Seek clarity in your situation. A clear vision is your roadmap to success. Hello, Sky. I will get you a message from Spirit. But yeah, some area that has to do with maybe the way you're thinking about a situation. There needs to be a new approach. So if you had a question on your mind about a problem you're facing, something in that area. But also this could represent some new avenue that you're taking that would relate to business or learning. I feel intuitively that could be what's going on as well. Okay, Sky, let me get you a message from Spirit. And thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Sky? What message do you have for Sky? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Sky? In Sky, we have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. You deserve and can cultivate your happy ending. All you need to do is believe. And Monica, if you want, we can do a 9-card tarot reading about your ex for $10. That's one of my new favorite tarot readings that I've been doing. It's a 9-card. Okay, awesome, Monica. Okay, awesome, Monica. Let me see. Was that on PayPal? I was looking on Cash App. It looks like PayPal. My phone can be so slow. And so I am going to get you another message from Spirit, only because, I mean, you made a donation, but I did just give you a message. But many times, Spirit will come in with of one of the messages that will also relate to your reading, okay? And you want to know if your ex will come back. So let me see. Yeah, we'll just go with that. I don't need anything else. Okay, so let me get you a free message from Spirit, and I'm going to see if it relates to this question about your ex. And thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Monica? What additional message do you have for Monica? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. And we have Ace of Pentacles. So we are looking at some new beginnings, and we will see how this pertains to your reading. Accept that you are worthy of prosperity and abundance, and in doing so, attract it into your life. So, Spirit may be speaking to you about some new creative opportunities that can actually provide financial blessings. But now let's really get into this. It's a 9-card tarot reading with one bonus card. So it's really going to be a 10-card reading. Charge these. And we're going to use the 528 hertz fee. This is the Miracle Love Healing. And I'm going to send you this energy to Monica. So what I'm going to do, Monica, is I'm going to ask Tarot your question, and then I'm going to draw 3 piles. And then I'm going to show you the top card of each pile, And the one that you feel best resonates with your question is the pile that we're going to do the tarot reading from. And thank you, Spirit. Will Monica's ex come back? Will Monica's ex come back? What does Monica need to know about her relationship with her ex? In the future, where is it going? Is there restoration? What does she need to know? Thank you, Spirit. What does Monica need to know about the relationship with her ex? Okay, so now, Monica, I'm going to make 3 piles. Okay. Pile number 1, we have the Hierophant. Now, off the bat, the Hierophant is a card to me that not only speaks about trusting your inner wisdom and guidance, it's also a card that I pull for a lot of marriage situations. Um, for your ex, was this a fiance? Did you live together? Was this a situation that was very, very close to marriage? Oh, thank you, Farah. Let me add you to the list. Um, but I would like to know that. But just keep in mind, this is trusting your intuition, guidance. It could even be going to somebody else for guidance for the relationship. But to me, it does seem as if this was a serious relationship. Okay. Next, we have Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. And the nines also speak of almost being completed. I do have this feeling that this is somebody that you were feeling like you were going to marry them, that this was really going to be like a very long lasting relationship. But of course, the Nine of Swords is also very much associated with a woman who is worried. She can't really focus on the happy things that she's, experiencing, up all night worrying. So, pile number one is speaking about a relationship that was very serious, but being in a position where you feel that you need um, maybe some outside help to help you through this. Number two is a relationship that was very close to being what you would feel like is a perfect happy ending, but just fraught with anxiety, depression, things that just weren't going right. Okay, number three is King of Cups. 18 years, 7 kids, 5 are his. Yeah. Number three, and that's that Hierophant energy, is in number one. Number two is in this energy of you feeling that maybe betrayed. We'll put it that way. I would say so. Number one would be if you feel the best explanation of your, not explanation, that the best description of the energy you're feeling right now is this was my lifelong partner. This was my husband. We should be in counseling. Okay. Or number two, I feel so betrayed. Or number three, he is the King of Cups. He's the love of my life. How do I live without him? So, do you want the Hierophant, which speaks more about isn't there something we can do to save this? We've been together for so long. Number two, pile number two, more of how could he betray me like this? How could he see me suffering and not be helping? And number three is this energy of he's the love of my life. How do I go on from here? So do you pick one, two, or three? The Hierophant, and again, the Hierophant is major arcana. The Hierophant, being major arcana card, does say that you are right now at a very critical moment in your life. Number two, Nine of Swords, number 3, King of Cups. And I have to update this donation. Was that on PayPal? I don't want to forget. I need to put that up on the. Okay, awesome. 3, okay. Yeah, and what's really cool with this is usually when you pick like say we did this one, right? And then say we did to test it out, like did 9 cards from the other piles, they're all going to say the same thing, just different aspects. It's really wild. Okay, so King of Cups is now your present. So what I'm going to do is one for the past, one for the future, and then we're going to do 2 more for the past, 2 more for the present, 2 more for the future. So that's 9, and then I'm going to pull you one more card. That's really just going to represent the whole energy of the reading. So first we have King of Cups, okay, and we see that this is your partner. You said 18 years. Yeah, that's the King of Cups. You know, this is somebody that you've been with for a very long time. The past, we have Knight of Swords, and this could even speak to that in the past that this relationship started off very quickly. That maybe when you met him, maybe you didn't take as much time to before you really got together with him, or it could even be that you felt like maybe he felt like there was a rush, but it could also mean that maybe you two felt like you were swept up in emotions and just swept off your feet. But either way, it was very quick. Okay. In the future, we have the Chariot. So we do have movement in the future. We will pull more cards to see if you're moving to each other in the future or moving away. But what's very interesting here is we have Major Arcana card right off the bat for your future. So even though we had that Hierophant, oh, okay, I'm sorry for people who are on. I'm on 2 YouTube streams and on Facebook, and this is a Facebook reading for Monica. Oh, I didn't add, let me put this back up. Okay, there we go. And if anybody makes a donation, please let me know. Okay, so now we're going to do 2 more for the past, starting off with that Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords. Now, the Ace of Swords is usually a card that I pull. Um, is he actually a husband? Because it's a card that I usually get when some sort of contract. So I do feel that you are married and you weren't just living together for 18 years, but you know, it could represent just living together. But 2 swords right off the bat. For the past, we have Knight of Swords and Ace of Swords. Okay, and one more for the past, 7 of Cups. So this shows me that even though you are together for so long, there is some energy that suggests maybe, even though 18 years, that maybe it happened too quickly. Maybe you didn't really know each other as well as you thought. Oh, what's the no? Oh, not married? But the 7 of Cups is also saying that there was some fantasy there. There was some idealized, you never got married. Okay. There was some idealized, what is the word? You know, just too much, I, not, I'm tired. I'm sorry. Too much, fantasy and not enough reality, where you always had these high hopes and high expectations of how things would go, and they never actually got to the level you were hoping it would be at. Doesn't mean that there wasn't plenty of love. It just didn't actually get to the place that you'd always hoped it would be at in a relationship. Um, But that seven also says experience. So it's also shows that, you know this person. You know him like the back of your hand. He can't fool you. Okay. But this King of Cups is here. And, absolutely love him. Okay. Next card is Major Arcana and it's Judgment. You want to know if you guys are going to get back together. Um, it is definitely very, very possible. It is very possible. This Judgment card is speaking about rebirth, reawakening. Let me see what's next. King of Swords. He comes in with a lot of swords. So for your present, okay, we have King of Cups, we have Judgment, and we have King of Swords. So he comes in the present with two kings and Judgment. Again, judgment means rebirth, reawakening. It can mean court. So it can mean that there's a threat of divorce. So we really want to see what's happening in this future because it means rebirth, reawakening, or seeing things from like a new, getting new awareness, new knowledge. I do have to ask if he cheated on you. Um, and maybe it's coming through because you have this new insight of what had happened. But what really is going to explain this for us is our future. Because we have the Chariot here, we know things are going to move forward. You're definitely not going to be stuck in a situation just wondering if it'll ever get worked out. That's not going to happen. This is definitely getting resolved one way or the other. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. We have somebody who's really willing to fight for this family here. I believe that's you. Staking this wand in the ground on the defensive and trying to protect what's hers. Two of Pentacles. So we're still at a crossroads. We still have these choices to make. It can go right or it can go left. Okay, so here I've already pulled an extra one for you, and this is Four of Wands. And it does look to me as if there's going to be one more shot at reconciliation. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. So it looks to me like for the family, for the kids, you're not ready to give up. I'm not really feeling too much of his energy right now. So it's surprising that his energy is not coming through. But in the future, so is he like maybe not speaking right now? Is Are you two not having communication right now? And maybe that's why his energy is not coming through right away? But in the future, we are looking at a new shot at love. We're looking at a new start to the relationship. He's coming in as a king. He's coming in with all these sword energies. But I just don't feel like he's ready to reconcile right now. But he will. Yeah, you will. Because after that Ace of Cups, we're coming right into the Ten of Cups. No communication. Yeah, I can see that there's no communication now. But the reconciliation will come. So I guess he just needs some time to really realize what he's losing. Now, how he gets from being the king, I don't know, is he a bit of a control freak? He got so mad because you opened child support on him. Okay. Yeah, but it's gonna come back. And maybe that's what's going on. Because you had this choice to make, right? With this two of, and this is in the future now. We have this two of coins, two of pentacles, making these choices. And maybe that's it. Maybe he's not expecting, the full reality of what it means to leave. And then I think that's where he's hit, it opens his eyes, like, you know, I don't get to just leave and sow my wild oats and be free of responsibilities and just date or sleep with other women, or maybe it's not even that. Maybe it's midlife crisis and I just want to have my freedom, and not really realizing, you don't get to have your freedom. You're too old now. It's just not going to be like that. But something happens in the future that's kind of going to open his eyes and make him realize, what I'm doing really isn't worth it. I need to get this family back. And then we have the Ten of Cups, where we really do see this reunited, and everything's back on track as a family. What I don't see here that's interesting is I don't see like going to counseling, or therapy to overcome this hurdle. It's pretty much like his decision. Like, it feels like midlife crisis. It's like, I thought I was just going, oh my goodness. Yeah, that's what it seems like. It seems like he left thinking he was going to kind of enjoy, being single, and not really realizing like he's got a lot more responsibilities that he's got to deal with. And then it's going to just kind of be like, it's not really worth it. I miss the family. But it does look like reconciliation to me. Excuse me. But what's interesting is it didn't show up with a whole bunch of love cards. It just seems more like, focusing on the family and doing it that way. And it didn't really address, Monica, if this is in your best interest. It didn't really address, if you're going to be happier, you know, getting back together. But I assume, you want to. And now you're not speaking at all. So is he visiting your youngest child? Yeah, and that could be part of it too. That could be part of these hassles. Like, he is realizing, I can't really afford child support. What am I doing? I'm like ruining my life, making her life harder, making this hard on the kids. But yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like nothing about you being in love with him showed up. He just shows up as the king, kind of like, I'm the boss. But the reconciliation is there on his end. No visit, no calls. Wow. But if I'm not sure if when he comes back around and is like ready to do this, if you're not going to have kind of outgrown it by then. There, I mean, even though it's like, you know what it is? It's the way the question was framed. Didn't you say, will your ex come back? Let me look back at your question. I think it was, will my ex come back? See, with tarot, we have to be so specific. Where's the question? Will my ex come back? See, that's exactly what it was, Monica. We did the reading on will he come back, and he will come back. But we didn't say, will you take him back? Will you and your ex reunite? Yeah, because that's what it is. I think he's going to come back. I'm not sure you're going to take him back. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, I think he's going to come back because he's going to realize, like, this wasn't what I wanted. This is too much money. Um, right, right. But you did. There were no lover cards, you know. I mean, of course, he was the King of Cups, and that's how we started the reading. But we didn't keep going in that direction until he started with that Ace of Cups in the future. Now it's very possible that when he comes back, when he wants to come back with that Ace of Cups, that he does start trying to win you back, and realizes, like, I do love her and it can change. But that's actually a whole different reading. But he will come back, whether you take him back. Oh no. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking that by the time he comes back, I think you may be very happy and like your new wife. You may be like enjoying not being with him. So he might just be waiting a little bit too long. But I hope that helped. But thank you, Monica. And give me an update too, on this, because I'm curious how it goes and how he comes back. And I mean, and the thing, he's not really spending time with the kids right now. And there you are, Farah. A beauty therapist course where your career path be successful and give you mental satisfaction. Okay, awesome. We will look into that. And I will get you a free message from Spirit first. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Monica. Sending you love too. Okay, Fair, let's get you your message. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Farah? What do you want Farah to know? What message do you have for Farah? What message do you have for Farah? What message do you have for Farah? And Farah, we have justice. Justice. And right off the bat, the justice card means that you are on the right path. You're being your authentic self. And that may very well play into your question about being on the right path. The lesson in the Justice card is that we reap what we sow. It reminds us that ultimately we are all answerable to the universal law of cause and effect, and urges us to take responsibility for our actions, do the right thing, and be balanced, open-minded, and fair in all situations. But justice really is all about being on the right path. So very very much resonating with your question. So let's check that out. And I'm curious if we're going to get some swords in here, since you want that mental satisfaction. I'm going to clear and charge these for your question. Oops, sorry. Okay, here we go. Hi, Charlie Bear. How are you? Yes, it is. Thank you. Okay, let's check this out, Fair. Thank you, Fair. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. How will Fair do with beauty? Beauty course. Beauty therapist course. How will Fair do with the beauty therapist course? How will Fair do with the beauty therapist course? What does she need to know about a beauty therapist course? Okay. In Fair, we have 10 of Cups in the past. And I do want to know if you've already had a career that you felt very happy and fulfilled with, but maybe that came to an end. Ace of Swords is all about new beginnings. And if you remember, I said I'm wondering if we'll pull any swords, because those swords are going to talk about that mental satisfaction you want. So that Ace is new beginning. Those swords is that mental satisfaction, but let's sum it up with your future. Seven of Cups, training, experience, a lot of fantasy and daydreaming, but it does speak about that experience. The Six of Cups is speaking about the innocence that you would enjoy this. The Two of Wands is speaking about being on this new path. Now, this looks very positive. Oh, yeah. The Hierophant is talking about the education, the learning, getting that teaching. The Two of Pentacles, choices in business. I mean, I'm just going on and on here. Eight of Wands is speaking about taking the quick action. Queen of Cups, absolutely. This is a go. This is absolutely a go. So that Justice card was absolutely fair, absolutely confirmation that you're on the right path. The beauty therapist course, it's a go. And you will be mentally stimulated. That's why we have that Ace of Swords right off the bat. But I do want to know about that Ten of Cups in the past. Did you already have some sort of business career that you were prosperous in, that you loved, that maybe came to an end? And Charlie Bear, you said you made a donation. Let me put you on the list. Okay, awesome. Charlie Bear, would it be okay with you if I take a quick break? I need to go to the ladies' room. I'll just be a second. Never had a chance to go deeper. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're really going to enjoy this. So absolutely, this is on the right path. This is very good for you, and you'll definitely be mentally stimulated by it. You're welcome, Farah. God bless you. Okay. All right. But it will be after Charlie Bear. And I'm going to take a quick break. So let me just write this here. Okay. Let me put my intermission on. Okay, so I'm waiting for Charlie Bear. Here you are. I didn't know what happened to you, Charlie Bear. I have. Oh, thank you, Bam Bam. Charlie. I wasn't sure which reading you wanted. Did you want to do the unlimited? Were you doing two in depths, or were you doing my new 9 card reading with the one bonus card? It's actually showing up right down by Nightbot. It's the fan favorite, and it's where the you pick the pile. Hello, Ian. So, Charlie Bear, which reading did you want? And I'm going to get you your free message from Spirit first. Oh, it's nice to meet you too, Ian. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So we'll do the two. We'll just do two regular readings then. Okay. So let me get you your free message from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Charlie Bear today? What message do you have for Charlie Bear? Message do you have for Charlie? And we have King of Wands. King of Wands. And this does speak about mastery in a situation, even expertise. A true leader leads from the heart and inspires others to do more, dream big, and be better. And Charlie Bear, what is your first question? I'm going to charge the cards for you. Yeah, it is. Um, I did want to know if one of your questions may have had something to do with mastery in a situation. I kind of felt like it could be business, but I'm not sure. Okay. You have started the journey into child counseling. You're not sure if it's the right path as you feel a bit lost in it. Okay. So I think that message probably did have something to do with your question. So you just want to know if you're on the right path, um, studying child counseling and going into in that direction. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Is Charlie Bear on the right path going into child counseling? Is Charlie Bear on the right path studying child counseling? Is Charlie Bear on the right path studying child counseling? Is Charlie Bear on the right path studying child counseling? Is Charlie Bear on the right path studying child counseling? Is Charlie Bear on the right path? Okay. Okay, so in the past we have the Two of Cups. And even though, the Two of Cups does speak about harmony in relationships, it also speaks about choices. Choices. I forgot to put up the donation list. Sorry about that. Okay. So let's see the present. Knight of Pentacles. So we do see you taking quick action, movement, studying, learning, but we really want to look into the future here. Ten of Wands. So you do feel that this is a bit of a burden, a bit of a struggle. You feel maybe you took on more than you could really handle. Okay. So I'm going to do this a little bit more in depth for you. I'm going to do two for the past, two for the present, and two for the future. Okay. So for the past, now we have the moon. And this is basically an unknown path. Another 10 of swords. You really do feel um, that this could be a little bit too much, but we also have a lot of unknown variables here. So let me look in your present. Eight of Swords. You're facing some obstacles here. Do you know what the obstacles are? Because in addition to just feeling like you bit off more than you could chew, there's actually an obstacle here. There's actually something going on that's making you feel this way. Yeah, and Two of Swords. Um, these swords is mental challenge. Do you feel it might be a little bit too difficult? Maybe you're just not enjoying it. Um, Maybe it feels like it's too much mentally. It's too much to learn. Maybe you're not happy. Like, are you in training? Like, are you in school with a teacher? It could just be that you're not jiving with the way it's being taught to you. Okay, but let's check out the future. You have too many jobs and you can't focus on it. Okay. Okay, well, in the future, you can get through these obstacles because you are the Queen of Swords. So the good news is if you want to stay in here, you can. Okay, it's challenging, it's hard, but you can absolutely do it. Here you are, the queen, wielding your power. Um, I knew this reading was going to have a lot of swords. We started off with that Two of Cups, and at one point you had the choice to go in here. You thought it would be very good. Um, we have the Moon card. Still not really sure how this will. Okay. And then we had that Ten of Swords, where starting to feel like it's a little bit too much, right? And swords is all about your mind and thinking and studying. Knight of Actions, it's like you're not sitting around, you're doing this, taking action. But then Two of Swords, another choice. Eyes feel like you're blindfolded, not sure where you're going with it. Eight of Swords, feeling constricted, a little bit tied up, bound, restricted, obstacles. Then 10 of Wands, but a lot of that energy is going to end. You finished training, okay? So a lot of this bad, negative energy is actually ending. And now you've come into this Queen of Swords with your power. So far, so good. Let's see what we've got here. Two of Pentacles. Lots of twos, lots of choices. We'll keep going. And then here we have the Knight of Swords still taking that action. So I'm not going to tell you that you're not on the right path, but everything in this reading, it's not really giving you the answer, Charlie. Everything in this reading is basically just saying you can do it, but you're still deciding whether or not you want to. The Seven of Pentacles is a woman who's reached this point where she's looking over everything and wondering which direction she wants to go in. She's experienced, she's trained. So even though you've finished this training, we have the Death card here, which means transformation. But again, it just means that training has come to an end and you're in this process of, do I really want to go here? So the spirit isn't telling you what to do. Your question was, okay, but you are the Queen of Swords. You are the Queen of Swords here. So even though you've had these obstacles, even though you have these doubts, the choice is really yours. Like, tarot is not saying what you should do here. And sometimes tarot does, but tarot isn't saying that. Tarot is basically saying you can do this. You are capable. You are the Queen of Swords. So it's not like you've bitten off more than you can chew. You have doubts, and I'm not going to say they weren't valid, but I'm just saying they're not a predictor of in the future you're going to be a failure at it. It's not saying that. But it is saying, as the Queen of Swords, you can absolutely do this and be successful at it, but you're really just going to choose whether or not you want to. Because all of these is about choice. This Two of Pentacles, this is like, do I go to the right or do I go to the left? This Knight of Swords, and again, all these swords in here, because we're dealing with the mind and studying, you are going to make the decision quickly. There's that. You're looking over everything, deciding which way to go. And then we have ultimate, the Death card, change. So that's either you go into it or you don't. The Death card is saying this is going to be a major lifestyle marker for you. Yeah, I think it's about giving it a chance too. I really do. And the main thing maybe that you needed to know was that all this feeling, these obstacles, all these tens, all that's done. So it is going to be a lot better from here on out for you. Because that Death card is coming in, which is major arcana, I think you are going to go into the child counseling. That's just my personal look at this. I don't think you're going to choose not to, but you're definitely really thinking hard about whether to stay in this or not. But yeah, give it a chance. Okay, awesome. Yeah, that whole period is over. So that's very good. I was going to say Antony, but I'm not sure. Antony? Oh, Anthony. Hello, Anthony. Okay. And that's your next question? The energy around taking a break, you mean? Anthony or Tony? Okay, awesome. Oh, from Greece. Welcome. Okay, so you want to see the energy around asking the boss for 3 weeks off, feeling burnt out. Yeah, and that came through with that Ten of Wands. So you're not sure how your boss will handle a 3 week vacation. Okay, let's see. Let's check into that. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. How will Charlie Barrett's boss handle a 3 week vacation? How will boss handle a 3 week vacation? Okay, Page of Cups in the past. Ace of Pentacles in the present. Definitely, I'm looking at new concepts, new ideas at work, which is what you're doing. You know, I need a break. And the Fool in the future, a new beginning. I could absolutely be taking that break. So let me do two more for the past. Queen of Wands. It seems like in the past you really did love this job a little bit more than you do now. Oh, but there is some conflicts and some change going on in this finance. Okay, so let's look at present. Ace of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. Check that out on your present. Ace of Pentacles and Page. And both of them are speaking about new beginnings, new concepts. Yeah, you really. Now, do you still love this job? Because it shows in the past you really loved it. But I'm not sure if you still love it now. Yeah, you need a break. You absolutely need a break. Yeah, something has switched. You need that break. So let's see if you're going to get it and if you still have it after you take this break. So we have the Fool. We have Six of Pentacles, persevering. So it does look to me like you'll still have this job after you take the break. We do have some balance and caution. Okay. You do need the break. And I would say you need to ask for this break no matter what. Okay. um, the energy, he's your boss is going to be a little bit cautious and worried that you won't come back, but you should be good. Yeah, you'll be good. Just assure him that you're, oh, I don't know if it's a male, but assure them that you're coming back. But you absolutely need the break. We have Ace of Pentacles in the present, followed by the Page of Pentacles, and then you very much needing to heal, rest, and be still. In the future, we're getting a whole lot of major arcana. Maybe you're not coming back. I don't know. Um, Lots of milestones in your life are going to come after you take this break. We have the Fool. We had Six of Pentacles was next. And this is even, it speaks about perseverance, but it's also, like here's somebody handing out some money. But then we have a need for caution and balance, which makes me think, they're going to be a little afraid, right? You're feeling guilty. But then we have that Magician here, followed by that Six of Wands, which is again speaking about that victory. But remember, we had the Six of Pentacles. So we have two sixes here in your future, Six of Pentacles and Six of Wands. And both of those are speaking about perseverance. So that's not losing a job because yeah, it's perseverance. So I don't feel like that would mean that the company is folding or anything like that. So, if that was happening, it wouldn't be persevering. Persevering, is showing that it's enduring no matter what happens and comes out, you know, on the good side of victory. So you need that break, though. You really do need that. Oh, excuse me. Well, I don't think you should feel guilty taking it. I really don't. Mm, wow. I can see that. A lot of pressure. Wow. That is a lot. Yeah, you have to take care of yourself. You have to have that break. You have to rest and heal. And that's exactly what that Four of Swords is talking about, resting and healing. Yeah, no, no good. Okay, awesome. I believe it will. I mean, I do think they're going to be worried, but I think it's going to go well. Well, and Fair, are you here? Okay, awesome. Awesome, Charlie Bear. Here you are, Farah. Let me get you another message from Spirit. And thank you so much, Charlie Bear. And give me an update. I want to know how it goes. Okay, we'll do that, Farah. Yeah, I think they're worried that you're going to leave and not come back, but I think they're still going to let you take it. Okay, thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Farah? What message do you have for Farah? What message do you have for Farah? And Farah, we have Page of Wands. Page of Wands. We are looking at some new beginnings, some new concepts, some new ideas. Oh, thank you. Love to you too. Yesterday is history, and tomorrow being a mystery. The only thing that's real is the present moment, so enjoy it. But that is about some, new beginnings, new concepts, new ideas, new approaches. And we were going to look at Yas's feelings. YAS? Yas. Okay. I'm going to clear these and charge them. Okay, thank you, Spirit. How does Yas feel about Farah? How does Yas feel about Yas? Feel about Farah? Okay. In the past, we have the Ace of Swords, and that shows some new beginnings. In the present, we have the King of Swords. Um, with all this sword energy, I'm wondering if this is some sort of relationship where you have a meeting of the minds, maybe working on some sort of project together, friends who think the same, I'm not sure. Oh, but justice, we are on our true path, King of Swords. But there are some obstacles for this really moving forward in love. But there's definitely some energy here where you two kind of think the same. Um, a relationship that's like has a good, true foundation, but there are some obstacles in the future But those could be resolved, and this could be a happy um, relationship. So let me know if any of that resonates about Yas's feelings. Um, this Ace of Swords and the King of Swords. Hmm. I'm trying to. Excuse me. I'm trying to see. Yeah, I'm trying to see how you two are clicking with this, similar mindset. But do you know what the obstacle is? He's been a bit distant. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a Eight of Cups. That's the obstacle, but it does look like that's going to get resolved in the future. Yeah, it looks like he just is taking a little break. He needs a little bit of time to himself, but nothing permanent. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this looks good. Just he needs a little bit of time to himself right now. He's taking, and then that'll pass. Yeah, see that shows up here in this Eight of Cups. You know, it feels like he's kind of turned his back and walking the other way, but that's going to resolve and come back to this feeling of like-mindedness and getting along in peaceful unity. But are you two just friends? Hmm. Yeah, I'm not positive this is turning into something, okay, you both want more. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure when it's going to turn into a love relationship, but like you said, you feel a little bit pushed away right now. That's going to change. When it changes, though, I think it's still as a friendship, but much closer than it is now. And then we'll see, when it turns to love, in that aspect. Oh, right. But right now, it's really, waiting for him to basically turn his back around again. But I hope that helped. It's not a permanent thing. He just needs a little time to himself. It looks like there's something he's going through, and that's why you're not, I guess, hearing from him as much or something. But that's going to resolve. But thank you, everybody who's been here. I'm going to go back to bed, and then I will come on a little bit later and go for round two. Well, if you don't want to move on, you don't really have to. Oh, he is hurting you? Okay. Yeah, if you don't want to keep waiting for him, then yeah, if you don't want to wait for him. But I don't feel that he's intending to hurt you because I looked into it real quick. I didn't show the card or anything, but it was the Four of Swords. He's not intending to hurt you. He just needs to take some time to himself. And I do apologize to anybody who was waiting for a reading that I didn't get to, but I'm going to fall asleep here. So I will be back. I hope you'll join me then. Thank you. Thank you, Barry. Thank you, Farah. Thank you, everybody who is here tonight. Thank you for the donations. And I will be back. I gotta catch some Z's. But God bless you, everybody. Thank you, and read the tarot.